Hello, and welcome back to a new video. To get started on my really simple and easy everyday look, I'm going to spray my face with the Dickinson's Witch Hazel Toner and let it air dry for a few seconds. And of course, my beloved aloe vera gel from The Face Shop. This next item is the Drunk Elephant C from a Day Serum. I normally take one whole pump and warm it up in my hands and then pat it into my skin. This really energizes my face and wakes it up to look nice and bright. To finish off my skin prep, which I do every single day, I take the Origins High Potency Nitamins Moisturizing Cream and mix it in with a few drops of an organic rosehip oil. I like to use oils with my moisturizers because my skin is so dry. I feel like nothing works unless I use oil. Since I suffer from really bad eczema, I have my good days and my bad days, but lately I've been getting it on my eyelids and on my upper lip, so this is an ointment I'm using to help kind of prevent from it coming back. To start off with the makeup, I'm going to start with my brows, and I'm going to dip into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Chocolate. Now, filling in eyebrows is the one part of makeup that I absolutely despise. So my whole process in filling in my brows is very, very messy. I like to just underline the bottom, fill in the middle, and outline the top. All the magic and all the perfecting comes afterwards. The only part I put in any real effort in is at the top of the arch, just to make sure I have a nice round soft arch, and at the end where I kind of elongate it and make sure I have a pointed tail. With a flat brush and Tarte's Shape Tape Concealer in light medium, which used to be my summer highlighting color but is now my regular color, how sad is that? I'm using the very tip of the brush to carve out the underside of my brow and to kind of just perfect the shape because, like I said earlier, I'm always really messy with this. Repeat on the other side, and whatever's left on the brush, I like to run it along my eyelids and underneath as well. We're not wasting any product in 2019, come on. So since this look requires no foundation, I like to go a little bit ham on the concealer, which is why I use two. I use one, which is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in Warm Beige. Kind of like a corrector because it's a little bit more warm. And then I'll go over top with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer in 260 to give it that brightness and the extra coverage. With the Sephora Collection Total Coverage Angled Sponge, which I dampened, I'm going to spray it with some of the Mario Badescu Rose Water Facial Spray and use that to blend in the concealer into my skin. I think just because this sponge is Sephora Collection, it doesn't get a lot of rep, but it's actually pretty good. If you dampen it, it makes the skin very, very smooth and airbrushed. Now, of course, going in with my favorite powder, the Hourglass Translucent Mineral Veil Powder, I'm going to use the sponge and press it into my skin to set the concealer, and whatever is left on the sponge, I'll use it everywhere else, like my forehead, on the lower part of my face, just to nicely mattify everything. With the Black Radiance Soft Focus Bronzer and a big fluffy brush, I'm using that to bronze up my face and bring some warmth and color back into the skin that we just made so flat with all the concealer and the powder. With this product specifically, I really like to take my time and blend out the edges because it's so deep on my skin tone that it makes it super obvious if it's not blended out well. For my nose, however, I like to go in with Benefit's Hoola Bronzer just because it's slightly more cool in color, and I'll brush that along the sides of my nose and on the bottom and round it out to give my nose a more slim and taller appearance. Now to clean up my bronzer, I like to take the exact same Sephora Collection damp sponge and the Hourglass powder, run it under my cheekbone, and let it bake at 450 degrees, sweetie. For blush, I'm going to take my favorite one. Can you tell by how hard I hit pan? This is the e.l.f. blush in Mellow Mauve. This is a really nice one because you can go very heavy-handed and it won't look like too much. You won't look like a clown. That's why I really like this color. To highlight, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Amrezy Collaboration Highlighter. And I'm, of course, using it on the high points of my face. So the tops of my cheekbones, the inner corner of my eyes, right underneath the arch of my brows, a little bit on the lid, the tip of my nose, and the entire bridge of my nose as well. Next few moves are tips and tricks I learned through the years of working at Sephora and also experimenting with my own skin and my own makeup. Here I'm pressing in the baking powder, the Hourglass powder, with my damp sponge and really working it into the skin so it stays matte even after I spray. This step right here, in my opinion, is so crucial in making the skin still look like skin if you want a more natural look. After spraying your face, pretty much drenching your skin in a setting spray, I like to use the sponge and really pat and work the spray into my skin to kind of melt all the powders and all the different colors in with each other. With Too Faced's Better Than Sex mascara, which is a staple in my collection, I like to do 2 coats of mascara on my top and bottom lashes to kind of give it that falsy without a falsy look, if that makes any sense. Now another tip or trick or life hack, as I like to say, if your mascara smudges, let it be. Don't try and go in and remove it right away. Let the smudge dry, and once it is dry, you can take a Q-tip and kind of just roll and flick it off. That way nothing smudges, that way your makeup underneath won't get messed up and everything still stays clean. After removing the lip balm I had on from earlier, I'm going in with Kat Von D's Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Lolita. I absolutely adore this color. I've been using it non-stop since the day it came out. I'm probably on my 7th bottle. It's definitely that My Lips But Better kind of shade for me. It's amazing. It's so simple, makes the lips look super juicy and plump and healthy. To top it off, I'm going in with the Milani Brilliant Shine Lip Gloss in number 4 Mauve Fetish, again just to give the lips a more juicy, plump, and healthy appearance. It's also more of a comfort thing for me. I don't want to go around wearing a matte liquid lipstick all day, so putting a gloss on top makes it a bit more comfortable. After the most manliest burp ever, you know a girl gotta let it out when she gotta let it out. I'm gonna spray my face a final time with the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. pat it in with the sponge, and you're done. As always, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you liked it, try it out, let me know how it goes, and until next time, bye bye.